Chapter 343, How did you know that I was up to something? However, when he thought about how this guy had foolishly revealed that he had gone to a brothel back then, it seemed normal. You're lucky that I happened to be here. Otherwise, you would really have died. Song Shi chuckled. In the furnace army, the charming woman beside old Liu muttered, "Can we still retreat now?" A fair-skinned cultivator in the sky swept his gaze over. Idiot Liu, shut up. Do you want to die early? Is this the time to chicken out? Boom! Thiray in the distance shot out fireballs one after another. With a loud bang, a large number of them were killed, causing the entire ground to tremble. Mai Niang was shocked, and her lips trembled. This is too scary. What should we do? With our strength, if we really go up, we'll probably die in less than 15 minutes. If I'm unlucky, I might die in a few breaths. Old Liu smiled bitterly. It doesn't matter if I die. You have to live. He gritted his teeth. Forget it. If we really attack later, take the opportunity to escape. I'll back you up. Old Liu surveyed his surroundings and decided to become a deserter. What are you two thinking? Do you want Torin? Zymanel could tell from Liu Li's eyes that this guy wanted to escape. He sneered. The two of you, leave the team immediately and go to the front to investigate the situation. Damn it, Zymanla, you're deliberately targeting us. You tricked us into coming here just to make us cannon fodders. Liu Li was furious. You're using your position to take revenge on me. I didn't ask you to be the first to go. I'm only asking you to investigate the situation. How are you the cannon fodder? Zymanla sneered. The expressions of the other furnaces and prisoners only changed slightly. They had no choice, unlike old Liu, who was free and had such a huge reaction. We're not like those monsters who aren't afraid of death. Liu Li gritted his teeth. Zymanla, let Mai Niang leave. I'll stay. Do you have a death wish? It's not up to you to decide whether you want to leave or not. Do you really think I won't dare to touch you just because you're related to Liu Wuxia? Zymanla's eyes narrowed. He found an opportunity to kill and was very eager to attack. How dare you disturb the morale of the army? I'll use the two of you as sacrifices. He made a hand seal and pointed. The white belt at his waist turned into a soft sword that released a sharp aura as it attacked Mai Niang. You're going too far. I, old Liu, will battle you to death. Old Liu did not expect this person to want to kill them directly. He angrily took out a blood axe and transformed his genuine ki into a roaring elephant. He slashed at the soft sword with an indomitable aura. Clang! The blood axe struck the soft sword, but the blood light on it was shattered by the sword light. A huge force surged over and shattered the elephant phantom, causing him to stagger back with a flushed face. Even though he had reached the late-stage Khanate realm, he was still no match for Zymanla, who was at the Foundation Establishment realm. Old Liu, Mai Niang hurriedly supported Liu Li. In a moment of desperation, she turned around and spouted nonsense. Zymanla, aren't you afraid of old Lias Master? I heard that young Master Song even injured the heavenly demon saint. Haha, are you fools? How can the perfected immortal lord, young Master Song, be the master of this fool? That kid is long dead. Zymanla felt like he had heard the funniest joke in the world. You're still fantasizing even at the brink of death. You're pitifully silly. Only the higher-ups of Great Kian and the demonic sect knew about Song Shi's true identity. Zymanla, a disciple, did not have the qualifications to know about it, so he naturally did not know the situation. Not only him, but Mai Niang also knew that she said such words because she was desperate. That person was only at the Foundation Establishment realm when he disappeared. How could he injure the demon saint in just a few years? She helped old Liu up. Even if you're not, aren't you going to care about Miss Zhuer? Hee, so what if she's a core disciple? Am in it, Zymanel scoffed. Besides, I'm doing things according to the rules. The two of you disrupted the morale of the army and should be killed. Even if she finds out, what else can she say? He retracted his Dharma treasures and mocked, even if I don't make a move, I can still let you die. The rest of you, listen to my orders. Kill these two people who want to escape with your swords and uphold the morale of the army. Swish, swish, swish. The others turned around and picked up their weapons coldly. They were basically people who had experienced a life worse than death or was being controlled against their will. They knew that they could live a little longer if they listened. Damn it, old Liu scolded and pushed my Niang. There's no chance. Run. He realized that Ximenla wanted to kill them. Whether they ran now or later, the result would be the same. They turned around and ran, actually managing to charge out of the main group. You think you can escape? Ridiculous. Ximenla mocked. He completely activated his Dharma treasures. Ice-cold sword ki erupted. The sword ki was a foot long and transformed into a huge ice sword that slashed at the escaping old Liu. When Mai Niang saw such a dangerous attack, she did not leave. She hurriedly picked up a bell hairpin and released a barrier in front of old Liu. Then, she activated the talismans. Old Liu sighed. He could only use all his strength to make the blood axe shine brightly. Boom! When the ice sword collided with the blood axe, old Liu's true ki collapsed upon contact. His axe was split open by the sword and fell to the ground, sinking into the soil, leaving only the axe handle. The sword ki was still bright as it landed with a sharp edge. With a crack, it shattered the protective shield condensed by the Bell Dharma artifacts, and landed on the protective shield released by the talisman. It quickly slashed down layer by layer. The surrounding people watched coldly and were not surprised. The difference between the two sides was too great. There was no suspense in predicting what the outcome will be. Seeing that he could not kill his opponent, old Liu could only roar angrily and stood in front of Mai Niang with a hint of grief and indignation. He also activated all his defensive talismans, but it only slowed down the swordlight's descent. Death kept approaching. Damn it, I should have kept my chastity and not provoked women. Now, in order to give you a family, I've caused both of us to lose our lives. Big Smart sighed. He did not resist Mai Niang's temptation and lost his virginity. In order to earn money to support his family, he was tricked by Ximenla and ended up like this. He deserved it. When did I blame you? If he wants to kill you, hell die even if he hides in the sect. Mai Niang snorted. Ximenla, if you kill us, Miss Zuer will avenge us. Her talent is about the same as mine. I'm about to break through to the Golden Core realm. Why should I be afraid of her? Ximenla snorted, just accept your death. He formed a seal with his hands and mobilized more ki. As the sword shone, it cut through the last obstacle and slashed horizontally at the two of them, wanting to kill them with one strike. Old Liu had no other means to defend them. He could only wait for death with Mai Niang in his arms. In my next life, I want to be a monk and stay away from women. He suddenly had a strange thought. Just as he was waiting for death, the sword that was inches away suddenly stopped. The two of them looked at Ximenla strangely. The latter's expression was ugly, as if the other party did not show mercy. Who? Ximenla said angrily, who's behind this? Come out if you can. How did you know that I was playing tricks? Song Shi's mocking voice rang out, causing old Liu's eyes to widen. This voice is... Old Liu was filled with anticipation. Ximenla, however, misunderstood and flew into a rage out of humiliation. You imprisoned my sword. Who are you to mess with me? You can't even recognize my voice and still have the cheek to target my servants because of me? Song Shi appeared at the side and did not touch Ximenla's sword. Clearly, he had imprisoned Ximenla's Dharma treasure from afar. It's you! Impossible! Ximenla retreated in fear, looking at this man in disbelief.